Welcome to Royal Secrets. Under King Charles III's rule, Princess Beatrice and Queen Camilla were promoted to new positions. Now that a new monarch has taken the throne, the king's niece Princess Beatrice and his wife Queen Camilla may be asked to carry out significant state duties. The job of counselors of state is crucial. If the ruler is temporarily unable to do them, they can be asked to handle the majority of the sovereign's formal responsibilities. The positions are said to be held by 5 members of the royal family at the moment, including in the event of illness or absence abroad. The spouse of the sovereign and the following 4 adults above the age of 21 are currently the counselors of state. Prince Philip served as the Counselor of State under Queen Elizabeth II until his passing in April 2021, after which Prince Charles, Prince William, Prince Harry, and Prince Andrew took their places. But now that Charles is the king, Prince William, Prince Harry, Prince Andrew, and Princess Beatrice serve as his counselors of state in addition to his wife, Queen Consort Camilla. These advisors can sign common documents and, if necessary, attend Privy Council meetings, although certain powers still strictly belong to the sitting king. The Queen must give the councillors of state permission to dissolve parliament, create peers, deal with Commonwealth issues, or install a prime minister. However, it is important to note that a few of the present councillors of state are not employed by the royal family. Beatrice follows her own work outside of the royal family and does not represent the crown in an official capacity, while having an HRH title and the dress code of a princess. Prince Harry and his wife Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, retired from royal duties and relocated to the US in 2020, while Prince Andrew retired from royal duties in 2019. The role of counselors of state, currently the consort of the monarch and the next 4 in line to the throne, is to operate in the case of the sovereign's disability or absence, noted royal critic Richard Fitzwilliams. Princess Beatrice and the former Duchess of Cornwall, who serves as the king's consort, are the new counselors of state. But Harry and Andrew, one of whom has resigned from his royal duties and resides in America while maintaining his British domicile, and the other of whom is in disgrace and has no royal duties or patronages, are still counselors of state. Given that Harry, Andrew, and Beatrice are not working royals, Mr. Fitzwilliams stated that this situation is unacceptable and needs to be corrected during the upcoming reign. The Princess Royal and the Earl of Wessex would be good candidates to represent Parliament in this matter. However, doing so would require changing the current process for selecting councillors. Despite being working royals, Princess Anne and Prince Edward are currently too low in the succession to serve as councillors of state. When Prince William becomes king, his wife, the present Princess of Wales, his children Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis when they are old enough, as well as Prince Harry, are expected to serve as his counselors of state. While the royal family is still in sorrow for the Queen, it is unknown if King Charles will make any adjustments to the selection procedure for counselors of state. There are other issues on the royal agenda that need to be resolved, including Charles's imminent coronation, which is likely to take place in 2023. It's still unclear how his grandkids Archie and Lilibet received their royal titles. Both of the Sussex children are untitled, but since they are now the monarch's grandchildren, they are qualified to use the titles HRH and Prince or Princess under the terms of King George V's 1917 letters patent. When traveling, King Charles III brings his own bed and toilet seat. A royal author reported that the new king had a very strict set of requirements for his journeys. King Charles is accustomed to living in opulence, but several scandals throughout the years have revealed how lavish royal life can be. Many people have said that Charles has very particular requirements when it comes to his daily life, even those who have worked for him. The Palace Papers. Inside the House of Windsor, published earlier this year, detailed how Charles insisted on bringing a range of objects when he visited his friends' country houses. The 2007 biography of Princess Diana was also written by author Tina Brown, who asserted that the former Prince of Wales brought his own bed and toilet seat, among other things. She stated that a vehicle carrying his orthopedic bed, toilet seat, and Kleenex velvet toilet paper will arrive. Michael Fawcett, a former assistant to Charles, also saw to it that the royal's bedroom was decorated with the brought-along landscape paintings. Charles's childhood teddy bear was reportedly transported on the journeys in a plastic bag by Mr. Fawcett. Author Ms. Brown asserted that if the item ever broke, former nanny Mabel Anderson would fix it. She stated that Charles would bring his own pre-mixed Martinez and make sure his guests were aware of his gastronomic preferences before he arrived. The publication of the book coincided with the UK's preparations for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. According to Ms. Brown, Her Majesty disapproved of the opulent lifestyle Charles had led. According to the book, he insisted on living in Edwardian splendor and had a sizable staff at each of his royal houses. When Charles and Diana visited the Sandringham estate and needed 8 rooms for all of their employees, Ms. Brown reported the Queen's shock. Others who have had intimate relationships with the royal family have spoken of other odd demands that Charles has made over the years. In the 2015 documentary Serving the Royals Inside the Firm, Diana's former butler, Paul Burrell, revealed Prince Charles has a valet to squeeze toothpaste onto his toothbrush, have his shoelaces ironed, and has to have his bath plug in a particular location. He stated, "Every morning, his pajamas are ironed, his shoelaces are pressed flat, the bath plug must be in a specific location, and the water temperature must be just warm enough." Every morning, Charles has his valets squeeze an inch of toothpaste onto his toothbrush. Charles's peculiar eating pattern was also featured in the documentary. When he is performing royal duties, he forgoes lunch, and frequently his staff follows suit. In a recent interview with The Telegraph, former royal writer Gordon Rayner said, "Lunch is viewed as a luxury that gets in the way of his duties, so he has a late breakfast and works through. I discovered this the hard way by going without food when I first began covering royal excursions and jealously saw his patient attendants manufacture snacks from their pockets so they could eat on the move. Charles has more peculiar dietary habits than that." Darren McGrady, a former royal cook, revealed how the monarch would regularly ask for 2 plums at breakfast but only ever eat 1. He stated, 2 plums and a small amount of juice were to be placed in a bowl and sent to him as breakfast. One morning, I put 1 plum in the bowl and sent it into the dining room because I reasoned, okay, he only eats 1 for breakfast. Can His Royal Highness have 2 please, remarked the attendant waiter as he passed by. So I was forced to continue sending 2 in each morning.